Another great question we have is, what skills does this book build beyond knowing history facts? And first off, this book is not about history facts. It's the first in a series, and because it's the first, I like to start back in the very beginning. Creation, myths, and scientific explanations of how we are here is a fantastic foundation for students to learn, because those influence the cultures we have now. They get to compare perspectives. I mean, we're talking about many, many myths in these books. And we start in Africa and we do some geography work. They mark a map as they travel all around the world, and sampling all these cultures from just about everywhere I could pack in. And they'll find that a lot of some of the myths, they just start almost the same way, even though they're on completely different continents. Or that some of the myths, especially if you talk about Australian myths and their beliefs, are so vastly different that they're almost hard for some other cultures to even comprehend. Beyond that, I'm a huge proponent of critical thinking. I want the students to be able to dive as deep as they need to in their thought process to expand on their understanding of the world. I need them to be able to express themselves and express their thinking in a wide variety of ways. I need them to be able to draw about it, to write a comic book about it, to do serious research about it. And so I've tried to integrate all of that into the book. So critical thinking and relating to their personal experiences and their ideas about how people function is absolutely an essential part of this course. You'll see as I flip through this, there's lots of small questions to answer with deep thinking. There's also a lot of opportunities to do really good research and cite their sources. So throughout the books, I have sections where it teaches them, like MLA style, how to cite their sources as they go through and find resources on the internet, in books, magazines, even AI, chat with AI, how do you cite those sources? So, and it guides them through these in a very gentle way, but it really builds their critical writing skills. There's also creative writing. They eventually, by the end of the course, they get to write their own myth that has to address certain needs of their people. They also get to write other things, creative alternate endings and poetry. My projects are open-ended. The student is going to be able to challenge themselves from anything from small drawings like designing a spear of destiny to the creative capstone projects in here, where the students can either use, just the simple materials they have around the house to express their culmination of knowledge, or they can take that opportunity to really expand on their skills. If they want to learn leather working to help show what they've learned in here, they can do that. If they want to try recipes, go online and research an ancient recipe, they could try that. If they've never tried sewing, there's a fantastic creative capstone project where one of the options is, if you want to learn how to sew something, something ancient or a costume from that kind of culture, go ahead and do that. Expand on those skills and make it applicable to your real life. There's going to be something in these books that really speaks to your student, and there's also going to be other things that challenges them a bit, but they're absolutely doable. There's nothing in here that they're going to be like, oh, I can't handle this. These questions and activities and projects, they're all written to speak directly to the student. So if they're working independently or working as a group, everything is doable. They're not going to feel like it's too much for them.